Hello YouTubers, this is Yorkshireman coming right back at you today. And this is for, hang on a minute, I can't remember it then because it's that long. I've got to find it and all. It's a long name, is this one? Where are you, mate? Where have I put you? I don't know where to put him. Oh, Retro Tom Tom, thank you for subscribing. Glory Hunter 82, thank you for your subscription. Retro Bear, well, I know you subscribe, thank you. Jason, thank you. Edward Brown, thank you for your Josh, thank you for your subscription. Where are you, mate? Where is? Where are you, mate? You know. Oh, Daft subscribed to me. I know. Ah, here we go. Smithy, slots, chicken, bacon, beefy. Now, he wants me to explain why we can't trust Boris Johnson. Because Boris Johnson is like everybody else. He says one thing, then does another. So Boris Johnson, basically, he said openly, and as far as I know, he said this in an interview, I would not vote for Theresa May's deal. Unfortunately, he lied. Because what did he go and do? He backed the Prime Minister. He backed Theresa May's deal. Even though he said it was the wrong deal to back. So he backed the deal. And that's why you can't trust Boris Johnson. So if Boris Johnson becomes leader of the, Prime Minister, the leader of the Conservatives, I honestly think he'd be doing the wrong thing. And he would be doing him a favour by saying, no, I don't want it. It is a poison chalice. I reckon whoever becomes leader of that party, well, they'll be looking for a new leader in 12 months. And that's what I believe. So if it's poor old Boris Johnson, well, I feel sorry for you, mate. But I won't trust you because you lied. You backed Theresa May's deal. And you shouldn't have done. So that is my opinion about him. But you won't trust any of it. I mean, the Conservatives, I took a kicking. People don't trust the Conservatives. It proves that from Sunday night when I was watching the count of the European elections, and Brexit Party came top of that. They got 29 MEPs, and complete victory from a party who has no manifesto. So they made history there. It took them 45 weeks to get on top of polls, where it took Labour 45 years. Plus that the Brexit Party went into history books without a manifesto, because I looked online and I couldn't find anything about them. So there's no manifesto there. Bang, it topped the polls. I mean, Nigel Farage is hitting the people who he needs to hit, and he needs to hit them hard. And I hope and pray that when it comes to a general election, that Nigel Farage has got his people on this, and they do a decent manifesto, and they back the working class people, because Labour's not backing us anymore, not with Jeremy Corbyn. They're still arguing what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Well, I tell you now, all them lot, all front row at Labour Party want sorry for swearing, they want sacking. Completely sacking. I nearly said it, I didn't. They want sacking, don't they? Really do, you know what I mean? I mean, Diane Abbott, for definite, want her out. I mean, the Labour Party's become a racist party, I believe. They've gone that far right. Well, they've gone that far right, I can't see them. And it's same with UKIP. UKIP's gone that far right. Even Nigel Farage says they've become racist. They've round the corner to me. So, get my teeth in, Matt, and get my tongue back in my throat so I can talk. Who are we going to trust? I mean, the only party what's telling us the truth, apart from Nigel Farage's Brexit Party, is Liberal Democrats. They're telling the truth. A vote for them, it's to remain. Green Party are telling the truth. A vote for them is to remain. Well, hang on a minute. Who else can we trust to take us out of Brexit? Only the Brexit Party? Well, that's unfortunate, because we can't trust Labour because they want a second referendum and we don't. And you can definitely not trust the Conservatives, because they're a bunch of Remainers and they wanted to remain. So we've only got the Brexit. So I'm hoping the Brexit Party is going to back the working class people of this country, because Labour's failed. As far as I'm concerned, Jeremy Corbyn is the biggest waste of time and waste of, well, yeah, waste of fresh air, basically. I wouldn't wee on him if he were on fire. But this is what I'm saying about Corbyn. He's only gone and banned, well, he's only gone and got rid of Alistair Campbell. Poor bugger. He's been a socialist all his life, and look what Corbyn's done to him. All because he didn't vote for his own party in the EU elections. Well, I'm sorry to say, but Tony Blair wouldn't have got rid of him. And that's how come I know they're racist, because they wanted rid of him for a long time. Now they've used the excuse of what he said on telly, and they've got shut. So, yes, Mr. Yes, sir. Yeah, Smithy, slots, chicken, bacon, beefy. That's why. Can you really trust any politician? I don't think we can. I mean, next general election is not looking good. Because I honestly think, well, Conservatives are going to take a kicking like the Liberal Democrats did, and I think Labour's going to take a bit of a kicking as well. And also, I think the Lib Dems and the Green Party and the Brexit Party, I think the Lib Dems could get into number 10. I think the Brexit Party will be opposition. And believe this or not, I think the the Green Party could be in third place, whereas Labour could be in, well, they might not get any seats. Not too sure on that one. So it's going to be a race in between Green and Labour for that third position. But I think Brexit Party get enough to become opposition. I don't think he'll do enough to become Prime Minister, but he could do. I mean, if he does his manifesto right, and he hits the right people, and he tells the right kind of thing, and he literally goes to door to door, and explaining themselves, like other parties don't, they haven't campaigned properly. Well, we know Conservatives, they only campaign they did was to get rid of their leader. You know, two-faced gets they are. You know what I mean? And then you got Jeremy Corbyn, well, I don't know what to do. Well, the people have told you what to do, so deliver it. Deliver Brexit, or else you're going to be in trouble, aren't you? The whole country is going to push back. It is a powder keg waiting to happen. And also, I must say this as well. We've got Tommy Robinson, who he didn't win a seat, but I wish him luck in his future political career. I think he'll go for a general election. I don't know if he'll get elected. I hope someone elects him. But hats off to you, Tommy Robinson. At least he stood up in front of your critics and answered your critics. You won't get that from a politician, so there you go. And there's other people as well out there, and that, you know, I mean, if you listen to, who is it? Is it Vindicator? If you go look him up on YouTube, Vindicator, he tells you a lot of this, and that's really it, basically. So, yeah, reason why we can't trust Boris Johnson if he becomes Prime Minister is because, well, he's lied. He's lied to us before, and he'll lie again, and he could lie. Basically, that's what it is. I mean, don't forget, Boris Johnson lied in 2016 with that great big bus in NHS. That was a complete fabrication. Whoever believed that amount of money on that bus was going to come back to us, no. It's a complete fabrication. So you see, Boris Johnson's lied twice in my eyes. And you wouldn't really want to trust him. No one's going to trust the Conservatives again. No one's going to trust Labour again. And really, no one's going to trust Lib Democrats again for what they did when they were in coalition. So really, the top three parties, if you're not stupid and you are an educated person, you will not vote for them. You will not vote for them parties. You will vote for the Brexit Party. That's who I'm going to vote for in the next general election. I'll put my cards on my table right now. Come next general election, I will be saying to everybody who I come across, Brexit Party, Brexit Party, Brexit Party. Let's see if we can put Nigel Farage into number 10. And if we can, let's see if Nigel Farage can deliver what he says he can deliver. This would be interesting. And I'd laugh if he could get us out of Europe a lot quicker than what these idiots can't do. I mean, we all know reason why Conservatives are messed about for nearly 3 years is because they're set of Remainers. They don't want to leave. In other words, they don't want to do what we told them to do. Don't forget, they work for us. We do not work for them. They want it that way, but it will never become that way. The people of this country put her in power to deliver Brexit. But, well, she hasn't done it, has she? She's the biggest joke a British Prime Minister I ever known. Apart from her own party want to look at themselves and really, really take a close look because you are two-faced. You have conspired against your own Prime Minister of this country. That is disgusting. I don't know how you can sleep at night. I really don't. And I hope Alistair Campbell wins his lawsuit, and I hope he gets back into Labour Party. In fact, Alistair Campbell should be leader at Labour Party. I'll tell you that, because he would lead it in the right direction. But as the Labour Party has nailed, well, we want to remain, so they're going to be now campaigning for a second referendum. Well, we don't want that, do we? No. But we may take that to get what we want. We don't know. But in my eyes, we do not want a second referendum. So really, 3 parties who we cannot trust: Conservatives, Labour and Lib Dems. I would honestly give the Brexit Party a chance, the Green Party a chance, and I think them two, one of them two will be in power and one of them two will be opposition. And I think bringing up the rear will be Lib Dem. Well, I think it'll go Liberal Democrats in power, Brexit Party opposition, Labour or Green Party in 3rd place. So there you go. I think it'd be Green Party who could get into 3rd place. But me personally, cannot trust any of them. Cannot trust the Conservatives, you cannot trust the Labour Party, and you cannot trust Liberal Democrats. Because them 3 parties are going to say anything to get your vote. And I'll tell you now, a vote for them is a wasted vote. So, I would honestly, me personally, I'm voting for a Brexit Party. If they stand in Wakefield, if they put up electorate in Wakefield under Brexit Party, I will vote for them. And a lot of people in Wakefield will vote for them. But they must put electoral candidates into Yorkshire and Humberside. And I honestly think if Nigel Farage does that, he'll take the North. I reckon. He'll take Labour stronghold. I guarantee it. And he needs to campaign all over this country. He needs to go from south to north, back to front, literally. He needs to put as much candidates into this country as possible to deliver or to replicate what we saw on Sunday with EU elections. So there you go. So yeah, you can't trust Conservatives, you can't trust Labour, you can't trust Lib Dems. Brexit Party, yes, I would trust Nigel Farage. Green Party, well, I know they want to remain, but you've got to give them a chance. I mean, they haven't been banging on about it, have they, really? Or what they've been saying on campaign trailers, you vote for us, you vote to remain. It's as simple as that. I don't know why other parties can't say that. I don't know why Conservatives said in the beginning, under David Cameron, we vote to stay. Labour, we vote to stay. Lib Dems voted to stay. Oh, all right. So then you had a splitting parties, didn't you? You had so many Conservatives voted to leave, so many Labour to leave. Yeah, it got complicated. It's as simple as that. Yeah, as simple as this, really. On the ballot paper was leave, remain or stay, leave or remain or whatever. I voted to leave. And a lot of people voted to leave under the WTO rules, which is, if you don't know what the old WTO rule is, Google it. It's the old common market. We've been trading under that way before 1974. And we were trading with other countries. It's just that we joined the European Union. We forgot all about our overseas partners, literally. And we owe them a big apology for that. the WTO rules is the correct way to go. Yes, we will be able to trade with Europe, but from the outside. We don't want to be on the inside. We want to be on the outside. Because I tell you now, once we're on the outside, it won't last long. There's only 3 countries keeping that afloat. There's only France, Brussels and Germany who want it. All other countries don't want it. So, it doesn't add up, does it? So there you go. So that's my opinion on it. And I hope I've answered your question, mate. Smithy Slots, chicken, bacon, beefy, mate. I hope I've answered you that answer over Boris Johnson. No, you can't be trusted. He's lied twice. And you could easily do it again. And I think he'd be used as another sacrificial lamb, like Theresa May were used. Theresa May were used in such a way that it was all engineered that we would never leave. In any case, she planned it right from the beginning. She's an hard Remainer. What do you expect a Remainer to do? So, you know what I mean? And then you got Morris. You know, everyone said, oh, well, there's Mogg. Rees-Mogg wants shooting. He stabbed Boris Johnson in the back. You know what? You're not going to trust him, are you? He's going to stab you in the back as soon as he gets in power. He won't deliver Brexit. He's lying. I mean, you got Jeremy Hunt. I mean, worst MP I've ever known, Jeremy. And he's saying on radio today, oh, well, anyone who says that we can live without Brexit or a no deal, well, it's gonna sink us. Well, it's gonna sink you either way. You've got to deliver Brexit. If it's under a deal, as long as it's a decent deal, and it's put to people, fair enough. But if it's a no deal, then we should just leave. You know, bye bye. See you later. Do you honestly think that European Parliament is going to stand by and let us walk away without a deal? No. No. Call the bluff, because that's what I do. You call the bluff, and it's as simple as that. So, yeah, that's why I do not trust, and that's why I do not trust Boris Johnson. Because I don't trust the Conservative Party. And the Conservative Party are a set of muppets in any case. Other people are pulling the strings. Same as Jeremy Corbyn. He sits on that opposition, but, well, I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Why are you leader? You're not standing up and making the Conservatives accountable for their actions. And that's what any good opposition leader does. He stands up and he argues, like, oh, yeah, he really rips into them. And that's what you should be doing, ripping into him. And he's like, well, I don't know what to do. Well, no, you don't know what to do you, mate? You like step to old man, I just want to stay at home. I don't want to go to work. But you want to help money, what we're giving you, don't you? Get out. Get out of the Labour Party, mate. You're not fit for purpose anymore, Mr. Jeremy Corbyn. You were never fit. You were never a good MP, in any case. A load of crap. Well, you know, you're right, dweeb, really. Have you seen an hamster? Well, that's him, Jeremy Corbyn. That's him. Hamster man. Jeremy Corbyn. What an idiot. You know what I mean? Boris Johnson. Good clown. He would make a good PM, actually. But not this time round. I would honestly say I would advise Boris Johnson not to stand in this. Not to push it for this time round. Maybe next time. Not this time. Let Rees-Mogg have, or Jeremy Hunt have it. Because they're going to be used. Because in 12 months' time, and I believe this, in 12 months' time, they'll be looking for a new leader. And that's when Boris Johnson needs to step in and say, well, enough is enough. It's as simple as that. And Parliament, and the whole of Parliament, Westminster, and all the backstabbers there, all the racist backstabbers there, want to take a good hard look at themselves in the mirror. Because I tell you now, if you've got blood on your hands, you've all got blood on your hands. You've got rid of one Prime Minister. Who's next? Hoping Rees-Mogg or Jeremy Hunt. End of their political career, won't it? But yeah, that's my advice to Boris Johnson. Don't push to take this time round. Just let it fall where it falls. If Rees-Mogg or Jeremy Hunt get it, fair enough. Let them have it. Let them be used as a sacrificial lamb. Because they will be used. You know, you don't believe. You honestly don't believe Jeremy Hunt will be allowed to do what he wants to do? No, 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 no. He'll have stupid advisors, like Theresa May did. She has so stupid advisors. Well, some people that come on telling says, well, I think she should go for general election. I think she could double the majority. And in reality, they knew if she went for a general election, she'd end up, well, she nearly lost it, didn't she? Yeah, it's a coalition, isn't it, between her and Irish. So, yeah, I mean, there's your coalition again. So we've had 2 coalition governments, really, when you think about it. One with Conservatives and Lib Dem, now then one's with DUP. So there you go. But that's another story, isn't it? There you go. So, I hope that's answered it. You can't trust any politician, but... Now, I won't trust Boris Johnson. I think if you got a Brexit, I will tell you now, it is going to be the softest Brexit you have ever seen. They are, you know, this country is going to lift its skirts up and say to EU, come and get me, we'll give you what you want. So, we're not leaving. It's going to be the softest Brexit you've ever seen, I'll tell you. And this is where Nigel Farage is coming in. Because if Brexit's not delivered by 31st of October this year, then we should have a general election. And I think there'll be a general election before 31st of October this year. Any case, I think we could get a general election anytime. That's what I'm hoping for. And I'm hoping that Conservatives and Labour take a big hit. And I'm hoping that Liberal Democrats, Brexit Party and Green Party do really well out of this. You know what I mean? Because really, both of them parties, the Conservative Party and the Labour Party, need to take a good hard look at themselves. You have betrayed your own manifestos. Especially Labour. Labour stood on the general election not so long ago that if we got in power, we would deliver Brexit. Well, they have no intention of doing that. They lied to you. Conservatives, they said they'd deliver Brexit. Well, she tried. I give her 10 out of 10. She did try. But now she'll go down in history, will Theresa May, as the worst MP ever in Conservative history. So, unfortunately, as all politics need reforming. And that's how it should be. We should reform. Literally. Reform. You know, we don't need House of Lords anymore. Let's get rid. Let's completely... They're not even vote. We don't even vote for them. Yeah, I mean, if we can control them... Now, if we could put someone into a higher chamber, like me, you, or anybody else, then we can start making the House of Commons accountable for their actions. That's what the House of Lords are supposed to do, but they don't. Have you ever seen House of Lords on telly? They're asleep. They're supposed to be working there. Sleep. If I did that, well, I'd be sacked. I'd be fired. I'd lose my business. I'd be sacked. You know what I mean? You see me in the House of Commons yawning, you're waking me up. Get up, you lazy git. Yeah, it's the way it goes. Life is life. And such as life, this is going to dominate. Even the general election. Brexit means Brexit. Leave means leave under WTO rules. That's what we need. WTO rules. I can remember when I was born in, well, I'll tell you. I was born in 1966. 1969, I was 3-year-old. And I can remember not being in EU. And I can remember for a lot of my childhood, right from 69 to 1974, how good it was, really. Yeah, all right, we had our times. And then we had some brain spark said, well, we need to join EU. And then they had a referendum, didn't they, in 74, 75. But a famous MP stood up and said, the European Parliament should never become a superstate. It's becoming a superstate. It should never become a superstate. We fought Germany. We fought Germany because of what they were doing. Don't forget what Germany did in World War II. Never forget World War II, mate. The Nazis, when they completely took over Germany, they started. And this is what the European Parliament's all about. They don't give a damn about my rights, your rights, or anybody's rights. What they want, you'll do what we tell you. It don't go like that. It doesn't go like that. And the only reason why the European Parliament is trying to hit YouTube with all this bullshit, you know, oh well, you know, is because they know there's people on YouTube who will speak out and tell you the truth about Europe. Europe is a money grabber. It is money laundering, literally. You don't if you don't agree with daylight, if you don't agree with robbery, well, I'll tell you now, European Parliament's doing it legally. Legal theft, mate, I'm telling you. It's legal theft. And in fact, the mafia in the United States, I'll be looking to how they're doing it, because they're doing it legally. You know what I mean? Completely legally. They're ripping us off. We pay all that money in, and we don't even get a fraction of that back. Whereas if we leave the EU, we can spend all that money on our own country. And that's the way it should be. I mean, if I became into power, all this overseas aid would stop. I'd stop it. I wouldn't give it anymore. I stopped supplying Saudi Arabia with weapons. I'd stop supplying all people with weapons. And then I literally stand in the middle of a room surrounded by every leader from every country. So they could talk about nuclear disarmament properly, like adults, round the table. Not like children. Because, believe it or not, our MPs act like kids. If they don't get their own way, they start crying, they start moaning. Give them a slap backside, tell them to sit down and do the job, because that's what they should be doing. But if you want to be in part of an EU where we're being robbed by line, fine, it's not my future. I don't want that. I'm against it. Yes, I am an activist. I've always been against Europe, right from when I understood politics. And I understood politics from an early age. I even stood up in school and said, what we're doing with European EU, European Union, it's supposed to be for trade only. Well, it's moved on, hasn't it? You know what I mean? It's more than trade. You know what I mean? The EU don't want any competition. And that's why they want this ban the club. So there's no competition and we all go bankrupt. Why do you think we've got no engineering firms? They've bankrupted us. They've stopped us from saving them. It's as simple as that. Now people will be jumping on, whoa, British Steel's in trouble. Yeah, British Steel was in trouble way before the 2016 referendum. So you can't go there and you can't get on your high horse about it. British Steel was in trouble way before the referendum. And the government's done nothing about it. Why? Because the European Parliament won't let them. That's why. We're not an independent country like people think. We're not independent. You don't see trouble what's happening in France. I know the yellow vests are out there right now burning an EU flag. It's not seen on BBC or ITV because the government control what we see. It's happening. Our rights are slowly being taken away from us. So there you go. That is the truth. And if you don't believe me, there is a channel. What I'm going to say to you now, and go watch. And it's called Police Abusing the Powers. Go watch him. He's fighting for rights. I'm fighting for my rights. Go watch him. Go watch Crime Watch. Understand your own rights. We're allowed to stand up and talk about and criticise. If I want to criticise Islam, I will sit here and criticise it. It's as simple as that. You know what I mean? And if they come to arrest me, they come to arrest me. But at the end of the day, it is dangerous not to question religion. We must question it. We must criticise it. We're allowed to criticise our own religion. We're allowed to, Christian. We're allowed to criticise any religion except for Islam. But as far as I'm concerned, Islam, it's a terrorist movement. It's not a religion. It's a terrorist movement. And I'm not in bed with the alt like that. Not like Jeremy Corbyn. Best buddies, Best buddies with terrorists. It's told Jezza Corbyn there. You know what I mean? But he's a complete idiot. He should never be allowed to be leader at Labour Party, in my opinion. Right, this was supposed to be a simple video, just to outline Boris Johnson when he's going tomorrow, it? But, like I said, you can't trust Boris Johnson. He's lied to us. He's lied twice before, as far as I know. So, he lied in the original referendum about that bus. That was all bullshit. It was all crap and that. We all know that. Nigel Farage knew that. That's why I voted to leave the EU. Brexit is through Nigel Farage. His paperwork and that none of us, it didn't make sense from others, but Nigel Farage's sense did. Brexit, you know, to leave EU, I understood what UKIP were on about when Nigel Farage were in charge. I completely did, and I still completely get him now. We need to leave with no deal. The only deal is WTO, and WTO rules. We'll be a lot better off, I'm telling you. We'll be better off trading with our American cousins and our Canadian cousins, I'll tell you. And if there's any Americans watching, good on you, mate. You know what I mean, a revolution has happened in America with Donald Trump. It needs to happen here right now. And that's where Nigel Farage comes in. Because believe it or not, Nigel Farage talks to Donald Trump. So there you go. This needs to happen. We need to have we need to have a non-violent revolution over our own politics and democracy. We need to have our own Bill of Rights. The Magna Carta's out of date. We need our own Bill of Rights. You know what I mean? We need to know what we can and can't do. As long as it's lawful, we can do what we want, can't we? But we haven't got a right to bear arms. And I think that's what people are after, really. I'm not. I'm just after a set of Bill of Rights what puts us above the politicians, like we are. And we should be. We should be making them accountable to what they do in Westminster. Westminster's, like, disarray. It is in complete panic. They don't know what to do. They ain't got a clue. You know, there's people on YouTube who've got more to do about this. Vindicator's got a good brain. I reckon he could run country, but there you go. But like I said, go subscribe to Vindicator. Go subscribe to Police Abusing Powers. It's a good channel. Go look at them. Go look at Crime Bodge. He's a good channel as well. Urban Explorer. Go look at him. He's a good one to subscribe to as well. If you want to know about your rights, go look at them. There's even Nosy Bastard. If you want to watch him, he's good as well. How they get approached by police just by taking pictures. It is unbelievably stupid. Current Climate's a good one. Now, he does a lot around Wakefield, West Yorkshire area. He's done Leeds, he's done Wakefield, and he's done Eastmoor at Wakefield and Blue Bridge. Now, he's a good... Current Climate's a good one, because he was taking pictures. I think it was Normanton Police Station. I think he was taking photographs of that. And he got arrested for terrorism. So go watch now. So go watch him and subscribe. Give him some Yorkshire love. So yeah, so there's Current Climate, who you should go and see. There's Police Abusing Powers, go see that. Go see Crime Bodge, go see Urban Explorer, and go watch Nosy Bastard. That's Urban Explorer's mate, by the way. And also, please, 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 give me and Yorkshire Lad some love, you know what I mean? Yorkshire Lad, he does great videos, he really does. You're not stupid, mate. You are good at what you do. But, you know what I mean? Let's get more subscribing to him, more subscribing to me. Let's get let's get my channel rock and roll. I've told you before, and I'm sick and telling you, but I keep on draining it into your head. Please comment below. Please comment below. Now I've got my emails working again. I can read the comments again. So please comment below, and please. And thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe if you're new. We want you. Subscribe if you're new. And please share it with your friends and other multimedia and get us known popular. And please comment below. Thank you for watching. I know it's been a long one, but thumbs up. Thanks a lot. Bye for now.